you should emulate from Kenyan protests is that keep going at it until you get what you want. I think Kenya protest started mid-June. This is August, and they are still going at it. They had occupied Afi House, they had occupied JKIA, they had occupied CBD. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another video. Welcome to another edition. I want to sincerely appreciate you guys for supporting me on all my videos since I started being consistent. Maybe last month, it has been back-to-back videos, sometimes 2 videos a day, and you guys have found me worthy to engage in my videos. Even though most times we'll argue and fight in the comment section, we don't agree or see eye to eye almost every time, but at least the engagement is something for me to just tell me that I'm doing something right or something productive, and the views too. I just appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about Kenyan Gen Zs and Nigerian Gen Z, African Gen Zs in general, but with focus on Nigerian Gen Z and Kenyan Gen Z, because these countries are the two country presently engulfed in series of protests ongoing. I think there's in the next 2 or 3 days, Kenya is going to do another 8, and presently now Nigerians is going on 10 days of rage protests and bad governance. 10 days. The president just addressed the nation. That's President Tinubu just addressed the nation yesterday that the people should stop protesting, that he has heard them. But funny enough, this morning the protest continued. It was Kenyan Gen Z that first started the revolution, the protest, before Nigerians follow suit. I would not say Nigerian copied Kenyans because each country has their own problems and what they are fighting for. The two protests are quite different. Kenya protest is all over Africa. Let me tell you, is on a wider and massive scale more than Nigerian protest. Why I will say that is that even in Nigeria, not all Nigerians joined, not all Gen Zs joined, right? But in Kenya, it's like a massive conjoined kind of thing. It's really scary to see because even the president was like shivering and entering from space to space, X to X. But there are a lot of similarities, there are a lot of differences. For any country to want to achieve something, maybe through protest or through petition or something to their government, they should kind of emulate Kenyan protests. The first thing I noticed about Kenyan protests that made it very successful compared to what Nigerians are trying to achieve now, what they are trying to do now, if they want to achieve maybe half or 50% of what Kenyan Gen Zs achieve, they should try to make it leaderless, tribeless, and religionless.
Uko na leader wewe? Hatuna leaders, sawa? This is a faceless movement. We listen to what the hashtag says.
Yes.
What the hashtag says is what we do.
These two countries are known for having like a lot of tribes. I think Kenya has like 42 or 43 tribes, while Nigeria has over 500 languages, maybe 250 tribes. Yes, but 250 tribes alone in Nigeria. If there's something that will easily unify them, the tribe is going to be number one. And for a country to be successful at maybe demanding something from its government, they have to be unified. They have to just come together and be unified and have one voice and say, this is what we want. That is what makes the government really fearful of the citizen. That how can Luo and Masai and Kikuyu and Kalenji, everybody just unites like that, and they are demanding just one thing from the government, from the president. It's just really scary. But if now imagine if Luo and Kikuyu say, no, we are not joining the protest, maybe because Ruto is part of one of them or something like that, but they are not even saying this is our brother, this is our son this time around. Even his own tribe, the president's own tribe, joined the protest. When they were protesting, young people, 20, 19, 18, those are Gen Zs. If you don't know, young people that you would think that they don't really care, some are still surviving on their parents' allowances and stuff like that, but they took the bulls by the horn. They were like, no, we are going to fight for what is right, and that was what they did in Kenya. Now, concerning Nigeria protests, let me tell you that presently, the major tribes in Nigeria, Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, the 3 tribes. Out of these 3 tribes that are major ones, you know, we have like 250 minor ones that are also big, but they are minor ones. Those 3 tribes now, only the Hausas and the Yorubas are protesting. Yes, that's just the reality of the thing now. The Igbos are not joining the protest. That is where the command started for Nigeria's protest. And for government to take you serious and say they really mean all those things, they have to be united. But one tribe is feeling left out of the policy, is feeling left out of the country. They are saying that since they didn't vote for this guy that is president, there's no need protesting. Then, apart from that, these 2 tribes, Hausas and Yorubas, that are united to protest, there's no absolute unity amongst them. Like in Yoruba states now, they are protesting. In Hausa state, vandalizing, looting palliatives. I don't think something like that happened in Kenya, except when goons and thugs started infiltrating, and they already knew that these are paid thugs and goons. That is one thing Nigerian Gen Z should learn from Kenyan Gen Z. Number two, the second thing is courageousness, the boldness, the braveness. Believe me, if there's any country that has epitome of courage standing out, Nigeria is not to be underestimated in the continental Africa. But it just shocked me that Kenyans are as bold, even more than, yes, even more than Nigerians. They don't really even care. Someone was literally using tear gas canisters to smoke or something like that. I was like, you're just writing letter to cancer, but it just shows how determined they are, that this is what we are going through. Even when police were tear gassing them, even when they were shooting live rounds at them, they were not bulging. They will run and they will come back to that same spot. But presently, Nigerian Gen Zs, Nigerian protesters, even they were not doing anything because they already promised the government that it's going to be a peaceful protest, because they've seen what happened in Kenya where a lot of people died, people are being kidnapped, people are being arrested and stuff like that. So they promised the government that there's not going to be something like that here in Nigeria. When the protest started, the police started tear gassing the people, especially in Lagos. Our current President Tinubu, was once a governor of Lagos State. So he kind of has his tentacles deeply rooted in Lagos. Even the governors in Lagos, he basically just unpicks them. So if you want to protest in Lagos, you must have the guts, because he has a lot of supporters in Lagos. He has a lot of diehard fans, like loyalists in Lagos. So even when the protesters were not doing anything, they were just basically say end hardship, hunger day and stuff like that. Police were literally just tear gassing them, and who won't die? Nobody wants to die. They will just run inside and go and stay, because they know what happened during the NSAS protest of 2020, where the armies were literally shooting people. Until today, nobody took account. So people don't want to lose their life. But unlike Kenyans, they were like, we are ready to die. But they even entered their parliament, their national assembly, and they took the mace, that mace thing that you cannot they cannot hold a session without it being present. They took it and they were running around with it in the street. I was like, how did they get control of the place? Because national assembly, there's supposed to be security in front, outside, even like two stages of security before you now enter inside the main hall. I was like, how did they do it? But it shows you how courageous, how bold, how brave those people are. So for you to get something from African leaders, you have to take it by being courageous. Believe me, they will tackle you. They will tackle you. They will threaten, like Nigerian police IGP now was saying that you want what happened in Nigeria to happen in Kenya, and to happen, what happened in Kenya should happen in Nigeria, and it cannot happen. They will have to protest and stuff like that. It's just all intimidation. They were saying that they should take permit before they protest. It is not done, and it's all in the constitution. Apart from the fact that Nigeria protest is a planned protest, Kenya's protest just sprang out of nowhere. It started with one person. I think Eric Omondi has always been protesting. Then people started waking up and stuff like that, and they just joined. Kenya was like, Nigerians, you guys are not serious. Okay, after the 10 days that you're saying you're going to protest, what next? Why did you plan a protest? You are giving government leverage to intimidate you. Third thing that Kenyan Gen Z protest bred was that before going into the protest, they had a purpose. They had what they wanted, and they listed it out for the government. I think they had 12 requests. It started with reject finance bill, but as time went on, it went beyond. It went beyond reject finance bill. It became Ruto must go. It became sack all the CSS cabinet secretaries. It became remove all the corrupt politicians. It became, we don't even want the MPs. They began calling MP and pigs. And even online, there was an online awareness going on. A lot of Kenyan Gen Zs, they went to open a chat GPT page dedicated to educating people about the finance bill. It was just all over. Even Kenyans in diaspora, they send money over to Kenyans in Kenya to buy food stuff, to buy snacks and water for people that are protesting. It just shows solidarity and stuff like that. I don't think that is happening here. I don't think that is happening here. So for a protest to be successful, Nigerians, you have to show solidarity both home and abroad. One thing I noticed is that Kenyan protest started in the middle of June, and this is August already. and they are still not giving up. Fourth thing African Gen Zs, Nigerian Gen Z should emulate from Kenyan protests is that keep going at it until you get what you want. I think Kenya protest started mid-June. This is August, and they are still going at it. They had occupied Afia House, they had occupied JKIA, they had occupied CBD, they have occupied Parliament House. A lot of things they did. Sabasaba, they did Mandamano Tuesday. A lot of days that they just tag. It's just the protest ongoing and ongoing and ongoing, and they are not backing down. Even now, they are planning to do 8-8. That is 8th of August. That is 8-8. And they're not just backing down. Nigeria protest, they said they are going to do it 10 days. That's August 1st to August 10th. Before there was discrepancy. Some started July 29, some started July 30, 31. But they said August 1 to August 10th. So people are now asking me in my comment section when I said it was from August 1 to August 10th, that okay, after the 10 days that the government are literally go to hold on till the 10 days is over, and the protest, once the protest is not over, they are going to like hold them on the shoulder. You said this was going to be 10 days. So after the 10 days and the government are not answering you, what are you going to do? What next after the 10 days? After 10 days, what next? The efficient thing to do is keep going at it until you get what you want. This is not the first time Africans are protesting. You know the type of leaders we usually have. They don't usually listen for 10 days of protest. It doesn't take them anything for that 10 days to just pass, and it will be as if no protest ever happened. This is one thing that Kenyans recognize, and they have been going at it, going at it, going at it, going at it, and it's just so amazing to see. Learn this, learn this. The fifth one is actually dicey, but is also as important as the ones I mentioned. After this fifth one, I have one left, which is just even the main most important one. The fifth one is keeping the protest peaceful, giving the government a listening ear. If the protest is violent, it just give the government an opportunity to say they are fighting for lives and property, they are protecting lives and property, and they will just stop the whole thing and they wreak havoc, because it's in the constitution that once the demonstration is becoming violent or has gone overboard, the government has a right to do whatever it takes to protect lives and property of its citizens. So but by keeping it peaceful, dialogue or something, even though the Kenyan Gen Z says no dialogue, they even fought Raila Odinga because of that. That's no dialogue, but they kept it peaceful at one point until goons and thugs started infiltrating it. At least now they have witnessed that they have been peaceful. It is goons and thugs that infiltrated it. It is the police that were shooting live round. Even when media houses, giant media houses like BBC, Al Jazeera, CNN, they were reporting on this protest, they said it was a peaceful demonstration by the Kenyan Gen Zs, but violent people has infiltrated it. So had it been that it was the Gen Z that started the violence and stuff like that, they would be like, okay, they were the one that started it. But everybody could see glaringly that they were peaceful protesters. But it was some politician that paid some goon actors or something like that. You want a peaceful leverage against the government so that they will give you what they want without attacking you or tagging you violent protesters. You have to make it peaceful. The last one is organizing something like a sabasaba for the commemoration of lost victims. It just turned out that it's just so unfortunate in Africa that there's no how they will tag a protest as peaceful. There's no how they will tag a protest that there will not be at least one victim or the other. I think in Kenya, like 20 something people died, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me down in the comment section, because even after the protest, in between the protests, I mean, people were literally being kidnapped, people were being killed, though they said is the work of a serial killer, but the serial killer said he was being pressured to say something like that. Also, it was just dicey. Like now in Nigeria now, like 2 people have already died, 9 policemen injured, 9. Even the Gen Z, the young men are saying that if you give us violence, we'll give you violence. That is the mentality of Nigerians now. In the north, not everybody, not everyone is involved in the protest now, which is the first mistake. First mistake, I'm telling you, not everybody in Nigeria is protesting. The state where I am, when I uploaded a video, one person was saying that I'm uploading clips of other states. What about the states that I am? I was like, no protest is actually going on here. There's no protest in the state where I am. You would not know that this is the same country where people are literally dying. Policemen are literally dying in the north because of protest. But this state where I am, nothing is happening. This is the 6th or 5th day now. Not one single person has come out to protest. So you see how disorganized this thing is? You see how people are not united over this? And people that died now, Kenyans, they went to JKIA Park or something like that, and they did a commemoration for people that died. There was a 12-year-old that lost his life, and they just kind of united. They were calling their names, they were shouting Viva,
Guys, I
they were
still have
shouting,
like
oh, it was just so
two
amazing to see.
minutes
I saw the
and some
clips, I even
seconds
reacted. I'm
worth
going to be
of
leaving
footage that
the
I
link
just
down in the
lost
comment
the
section.
audio
If
now. I
you're
don't know
in
what
the
happened,
description
but
box,
I
if
was
you have not
basically
seen it,
saying
it's
these
just
are
the
the
protest
six
was just
things that I'm
amazing
going
to
to
show
implore all
solidarity, to
African Gen Zs or Nigerian Gen Zs to learn from Kenyan Gen Z protests that made them achieve at least the success up to what they have achieved, and not to just protest in vain and not to just lose people in vain. In fact, to do this video, there was a total blackout from yesterday till now. They just brought light as I was editing this video, and it just took a whole lot. I didn't know that my mic had died on me. Please just encourage me down in the comment section, because I don't even know how to feel. Thank you so much if you get the point of what I'm trying to make in this video. Thank you so much, and see you guys in my next video. Hopefully my mic will not die on me again. Thank you.